Yes, it is.
Now tune into the biggest ever. YMCMB, Tunchi Lee, Young Angel, Young Lion, man. Y'all boys get on the track with Onika Mirage and y'all still dying, man. What's up? We in this bitch. This ain't gonna be the first time that I do numbers on 2 crutches. Seen more plaques than 2 brushes. Until I'm at the pearly white gates, I gotta move something, do something. All meetings happen in person, so they can't prove nothing. No, they ain't.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on, world? It's your boy Ryan Fraser in the building. Y'all probably like, man, what this guy doing? Where he been up to? I mean, if y'all didn't check the YouTube channel, my basement flooded, so I was out for a couple days. But we back, man. We back with a special one. Obviously, you guys know me, man. I love my Canadian brothers. We're gonna bring one up here, man. Shout out to Eric Basran. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, man? How are you?
Jeez, I'm good, bro. It's crazy. It's like the first time I'm talking to you, but like I remember you were on the national team with my brother, man, Joshua. And I was like,
Joshua, yeah.
yeah, I was like, yo, this kid is nice. I was like, jeez. And you was probably like one of the younger ones on the team at that time.
Yeah, I was. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So how's life obviously in the professional ranks now? You're still young in your career. Like how you feel like the pro game has been for you so far?
It's been amazing, man. It's been good. Obviously, it's a bumpy road, like getting fights and stuff in the beginning. But
Right, right.
entering this tournament is gonna be amazing for my career. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Speak about that. How did that whole situation come above with the WBC Grand Prix?
So my promotion, Three Lions promotion, they put entered me into it, and they just told me they're like, you have a good chance of getting in. And I
Right.
didn't know if I was gonna get in or not, but I ended up getting in, and I'm just excited to show my skills.
Yeah, man. That's amazing. Obviously, this is a huge opportunity for, like you said, guys that who are just starting out pretty much to get ranked early in their
For sure.
careers, if you get a couple wins. Um what would you say? How did you even find Three Lions? Because I thought you was with a group Yvonne Michelle first.
I
And
was
then
previously with them. Yeah, I was with
right,
Group
right.
Yvonne Michelle, but I kind of we didn't leave on bad terms or nothing. But I left
Right.
them,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I was doing my own thing for a little bit for a couple fights. I did my own like free agent kind of thing, and then Three Lions actually hit me up or hit up one of my boys and kind of said they were interested in me, and I talked to
Okay.
them, and honestly, I really liked their values and everything, and they're cool people, and they were looking for the biggest opportunities for me, and they showed up, man. They got me a big opportunity right now, so I'm just
Right.
excited. Yeah.
Right. Are you fighting on their show in a couple weeks?
No, cause the tournament I can't fight
Okay.
in any other fights because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I'm like, somebody told me that the tournament starts like mid-April. So I'm like, dang, like
Yeah.
that's kind of close, cutting it close if they're gonna throw you in there. Like,
Yeah.
so
Way too
that's
close.
yeah, that's good. That's good. They're gonna make sure you
Yeah.
ready for the tournament, man.
For
So
sure, bro.
yeah, so how's life out there in Vancouver, man? Like I've always kind of said, like I'm not the boxing head of Canada, but like I feel like we need more West Coast action, man. We need more West Coast fighters, and I feel like you one of those guys who are gonna put on for the West, man. So how's the scene out there, boxing wise?
I'm not gonna lie, the scene for boxing in the West Coast is getting better now,
Yeah.
but it's still not the biggest. Even throughout my amateur career, like I had like 65 amateur fights, and I think I only had 4 in BC. So
Oh wow.
yeah, I didn't have many out here, man. Like it's hard getting opportunities out here. I think like MMA and stuff's a little bigger than like boxing here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so like most of the boxing's back east, but like I said, it's growing out here. It's getting better for sure.
Yeah. Is that a lack of boxing gyms, you think?
I feel like there's boxing gyms, like my boxing gym, Quinnet, like they really have the values of like kind of old school traditional kind of boxing gym, but like I feel like there's a lot
Right.
of boxing gyms here that have like a lot of fitness and stuff like that. It's not
Oh,
really, you
okay,
know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like competition. They just yeah.
But like I said, it's growing now. Now
Lifestyle.
that there are more boxing gyms that are going into competitions and shit like that. But like before, it wasn't like that.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right, man. Because yeah, I'd barely hear about the West when it came to boxing.
For
Outside of
sure.
like Steve Claggett, shout out to him, man. He
Yeah,
really
Steve.
put on,
He is,
and
man.
he
He
he had
is
a good career. Still having a good career, I should say. But
for
yeah,
sure.
man. So getting ready for the Grand Prix.
Yeah,
You're in like one of the best divisions, so it's gonna be competitive.
for sure.
Do you know any like details of when you're gonna be flying out and taking place in this?
So the tournament, my date is gonna be April 19th. That's gonna be my fight date. But
Okay.
I'm not sure when I'm flying out yet. They're gonna send all the tickets and stuff. It's a lot of
Right,
logistics
right.
for them because 128 fighters, a lot of people, right? So
Yeah, yo,
I
trust me.
crazy. Yeah, so
That's wild.
yeah.
So are they gonna do this like I'm guessing they're gonna have to do this over a weekend then, like a weekend of events
Yeah, so
each quarter?
I believe it's gonna be 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st, I believe, something like that. And
Okay.
then yeah, so it's gonna be 4 events, I believe. I'm not 100% sure about that. But
Yeah.
then if you win, you fight in 3 months, and if you win again, then another 3 months. So it's like it's pretty
Yeah.
consistent.
That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah,
That's good. You guys gonna be getting that work in. And
for
obviously
sure.
you keep winning, you keep raising the ranks because you're going against probably the better of the crop of the prospects. I'm sure
Exactly. Yeah.
anybody. So that's great, man. So how did you get your start in boxing, man? I mean, being from the West Coast, you
Yeah.
know.
So it was kind of crazy story because I started doing karate and kickboxing when I was 4 years old. And then I went to this one gym when I was about 11, and they said I was too young to do the Muay Thai and stuff like that. So they said try
Uh,
boxing out. And from the first day, I just like love the technical aspect of boxing, and I'm like, I'm sold on this. So I just wanted to box from there on.
yeah,
Yeah,
yo, that's great, man.
yeah, man.
Shout out to that, man. Anybody else in your family box beside you?
No, man. Nobody else could box. Yeah, it's crazy.
Nah, I always tell people like this sport, like you don't really pick this sport. This sport kind of pick you, man.
Exactly.
Like I don't know who want to get punched on in the face, like just for a
For sure,
living.
man. No, it's
Nah,
crazy, bro.
nah, that's good, man. So like speaking about your amateur, like your national, because I feel like that's when I got to know you, obviously.
Yeah.
Being on that team, I felt like you had a lot of success, man. Not even just a year you were there with my brother, like continuing on. Like you was there a couple years and you were that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just
was
speak about the international scene.
for sure. I was like four-time Canadian champion. Went to multiple like international tournaments. Went to Commonwealth Games, got a bronze there. Went to
Hmm.
World Championships. There were 60 guys in my weight class. I believe I placed, I think it was 13th. So like I was doing good. I was doing really good internationally. But the downfall of my like not downfall, but like the end of my career when I wanted to go to Olympics and stuff like that, obviously
Yeah.
COVID hit. COVID hit, that screwed
Yes.
up everything. And then my shoulder was really bad. I actually had a really bad tear in my shoulder. So I said, Olympics aren't happening. I'm gonna get my shoulder surgery. Got my shoulder surgery, and then they told us that Olympics are gonna resume. And then they did the world rankings. And honestly, if they would have done that, and if I would have stayed in, I would have 100% gone to Olympics. But it's
Right.
unfortunate, but God's got a plan, right? So we
Yeah,
gotta go
man.
with
Yeah,
it for
that
sure.
COVID year messed up a lot of people.
100%, man.
A lot of people were looking forward to obviously the qualifiers and then
Yeah,
going to the Olympics, but obviously that all stopped before even the qualifiers. So
yeah, no, for sure,
they
man.
it's weird how they did it because they just picked what the top 50 or whatever.
I think it was in continental. You had to be, I think it was top five or top four in your continent or something like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That's wild, man.
it's
That's
crazy, man.
oh,
Yeah,
man.
for sure, man. It's crazy.
Oh man, but yeah. So you're still young in your career. Is there any fights you looking for? Like any dream matchups for you?
Dream matchups, anybody, the top guys at lightweight, man. Anybody. Honestly, I'll
Yeah.
fight anybody. And my coach knows I'm like that too. I'll take anybody on, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Because you in around that way with those Tank Davises and Shakur Stevensons, and that's
Exactly. Like
it's an exciting division for sure.
for sure. I just want to get my fights up. Like right now I'm only 7-0, but like
Yeah.
all the delays from the beginning of my career, I should have been at like 14, 15 fights already.
Right.
But yeah, so hopefully this tournament I get like a lot of fights, a lot of experience, and then I call out these big names. Because honestly, like from right now, just need a little bit more experience, but I feel like I'm ready.
Right. No, I mean you got the amateur background already, so
Yeah,
like you've already fought some of the top guys in your division. So I mean, I'm not. Yeah, man. Like even I
yeah.
had one question here, man. Somebody said like, how was it fighting against Andy Cruz? Like
I
I
never,
didn't.
I never fought Andy Cruz. That
That's
was
what I was gonna say. I didn't remember you fighting. I know you always fought in around the weight. So like
yeah, yeah.
I was wondering that too. I'm like, I wonder if he did pass Andy Cruz, but I don't
No,
think he
no,
did.
he was a bit heavier than me. So I was
Hmm.
at 56 and he was at 64. But
Right, right.
yeah, a previous BC guy fought him though, Kenny Lally. He fought him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Shoot.
didn't fight him. But I fought Cuba. I fought Cuba 3 times.
Oh yeah, yeah, man.
And I
Cuba,
beat
yeah,
I
they
beat I
just
beat Cuba 3 times too though. So I was the only
yeah.
Cuban
I
guy to
know
do
you
that.
beat them when they came here for sure. I saw that one.
Yeah, and then I fought them in Czech Republic too, and that guy ended up ranking third in the world, and I ended up beating him too.
Jeez, yeah, those
Yeah,
Cubans, yeah, they
they're
they
good,
know
man.
amateur boxing, man.
For sure, bro.
So yeah, man, this has been great, brother. Like, so like, I had another question too from somebody. I don't really want to harp on it too much, but like, they're saying like,
Yeah,
how is it dealing with racism in Surrey, BC? You know,
sure,
I'm
BC.
from Toronto, so I feel like we're in a different demographic here.
Yeah, I don't feel like I get any racism. Like I grew up all around brown people. It was
Okay,
pretty multicultural growing up. Like I had a lot of brown friends, black friends, white friends.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
had
yeah.
multicultural, bro. So like it was good here. It wasn't too bad.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know, man, what it's like over there, to be honest, because I never
yeah,
really
yeah.
been over there. So I was like, damn, like, what is he trying to say? Like, it's racist
Like
over
when I lived in Montreal, it was a little different because like I wouldn't say it was racist, but like
right.
they don't like you if you don't be speaking French in certain areas, you know?
Yeah,
So
that's just anywhere much. Yeah, you're right, bro.
exactly,
It
exactly. It
don't
was like
matter what your
it was
color is if you're not
more on
speaking
the east
French.
end. Yeah, more on the east end. That's where I was living by the Olympic Stadium. And
Yeah.
like you could see if you wasn't speaking French, they didn't really like, they give you a little face. Yeah,
Yeah, that's so true, man. But hey, it is what it is.
for sure, bro, for sure.
We in an English speaking country as well, man. Like what the heck we gonna
Exactly.
expect? Nah, man,
Yeah.
that's great, man. How you feel seeing some of your teammates doing the pros though? I mean, a lot of them have crossed
Like
over
you
now.
said, like your brother Josh, man, that's my older brother too. He's doing
Mhm.
great. Tristan, he's doing great. Honestly, all my teammates, they're all doing great. So it's great seeing them doing that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've always been excited for that group of guys. I don't know that the group that was there, I was really always excited for them. Like you said, Tristan,
Yeah, for sure.
obviously, even guys like Mo Zawadi,
Mo Zawadi, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Kim Cavell now, like she's won a couple
Yeah.
titles. Like,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
man, just all y'all, Caroline. Like, there's
Yeah.
just a whole group of y'all that I'm just like, yo, I can't wait for the world to see these cats, man. They're the
100%.
ones that are gonna put on for Canada.
For sure. Be nice if we
Yeah,
could all
man.
get on a card together. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
It's gonna be hard,
hopefully,
but yeah.
hopefully, man. The problem
Yeah,
is
for
like
sure.
boxing is obviously overshadowed by hockey and still the other
Exactly.
major sports here. So it's
Yeah.
like people don't even know when boxing's going on sometimes.
No, for sure. That's true, man.
Nah, man. So how's the family, man? Like family's good.
Family's
They
good.
excited
Just
for you?
yeah, no, they're super excited. And honestly, I got a new fan. My sister had a kid, so it's
Oh,
cool, man.
great.
Yeah, my family's growing. It's cool, man.
Are they gonna make the trip over to Saudi to watch you?
A couple people might. I don't know if everybody's gonna
Right.
come out, but some of them will for sure.
Nah, that'd be great, man. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
man.
So
One hundred
shout out to
percent.
Three Lions promotion for making this happen, man. Like
Yeah, man. They've been doing a
that's
lot, man. So yeah,
that's
I
good.
appreciate it.
Cause I feel
Yeah,
like you just signed with them like not too long ago.
exactly. Yeah, I signed with them in I think it was around September last year. So yeah,
Hmm.
it hasn't been that long at all.
Nah, man, that's blessings. That's blessings.
Yeah.
And your coach, who you coaching with again? Or sorry, training with?
John Quinnett.
John Quinn. I feel like I heard that name before, man.
Yeah, they're really big on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
seen him before then.
Hundred
That's
percent,
it up.
100%.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
Quinnet Gym there
for
in
sure.
BC, man. That's what's up. Any other like dudes out there we should be looking for from the West Coast?
Well, you got my boy Logan.
Okay.
Logan's been helping me with my training camp too. Always a good sparring partner. Always a good like training partner. He's fighting for a Canadian belt against Theo Wasu, I
Oh,
believe his last name
okay.
is. Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
that on the Three Lions card?
No, that is next week. I don't know what the event's called though.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's in Toronto though. It's in Toronto.
Okay. It might be Lee Baxter, maybe.
I think it might be Lee Baxter. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
that's
So he
blessed, man.
yeah. So he's fighting for Canadian title next week. So he's gonna bring that back home
Canadian title. Let's go.
for
You ever
sure.
go
For
down
sure.
to any like LA gyms, California?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause I
We go
feel
there
like that's
sometimes for
right
our
there.
camps. Yeah, for sure. We go there for our camps. Been to Wild Card, Brick House, all those different gyms, and they always show us love when we go there. So it's cool.
Shout out to Brick House.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
I know they
And it's
got
cool.
that other Canadian guy there, Kareem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I seen him posted, but he's always there. Yeah, for sure.
What about Vegas, man?
Vegas. Yeah, that's gonna be the next trip for sure.
That's gonna be the next one.
Yeah, I think so.
Shoot. Yeah, let me know when you go out there. I know a few dudes out there that can probably help you out with some sparring, bro.
Appreciate that, bro, for sure.
Top ranked gym for sure.
Yeah, man, it'd be sick. Honestly, like
Nah,
Cali, we made good connections out there. Like even like last time, like Freddie Roach was like chilling, talking to us. Like it was pretty sick.
nah, that's what a lot of people say. I've interviewed other people that have been there. They said like, yeah, Freddie Roach is very like welcoming,
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
mind
100%.
talking to everybody, and that's good that he's humble like that, man. Because I
Oh
mean,
yeah, he's a legend, man. He's
exactly
crazy.
right. I mean,
Yeah, man.
he don't really got to talk to anybody, but
No,
that's
for
good that he's
sure.
giving time and spitting game
Hundred
to
percent,
the young fighters.
for
I got
sure,
a
for sure.
question here. Somebody says, how does it feel repping Canada and trying to blow up for Canada on the boxing scene?
It's amazing, bro. Like even when I was on Team Canada, like it's not just you representing yourself. Like you got a whole country on your back too. So it's sick, man. It's cool.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
You gonna be carrying that Canadian flag in Saudi?
100%, man. Always repping it.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's
For sure.
great, man. That's great, man. I'm happy for you, brother, man. I can't wait to see how the tournament is and obviously see you work, man. Because I think actually I want you to explain your style, man. Because I think a lot of people, like I always say, Prince Nazim. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that's what I see.
Yeah, I'm an elusive fighter. I'm very different than the traditional like Canadian kind of style. I got good footwork. I'm like a boxer kind of. I'm like explosive. I'm very explosive with my movements and my punches. And then I'm slick too. Like I got slick defense, hands down. Sometimes I'm smart with it. A lot of people say it's cocky, but it's just trading that and just have my own like swag kind of with my style. So I'm not trying to be cocky at all. I'm not a cocky person, but
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
with the
Some people,
style.
yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was one of them people. I'm like, man, he better put his hands up. But
Yeah,
then I
yeah,
seen you a few fights. I was like, nah, that's just him. Like that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
him, bro. He can do it. Like
Exactly, man.
there's some dudes that can't do it. I'm like, nah, you could do it. Like you're one of those dudes that like that's your style.
Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
honestly, I've been working on that style since I was like 11, bro. Like, like I haven't really changed it. You know, it's been the same style
nah, that's good. That I mean, you do what you do best, right?
for sure.
And sometimes people get in trouble when they try to do something that they're not good at or not very familiar with. Like, just
Exactly.
don't change who you are, man. Be who you are at all times.
For sure. Like I'm adding stuff to my game now as a pro. Like
Exactly. Yep.
obviously sitting in the pocket a little bit, doing different stuff, but I'm gonna stick to those roots that I had, of moving hands down. Like I'm always gonna have that in my arsenal, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
man, shout out to this guy. He said, would you ever fight at the new casino theater in Toronto, the Great Canadian Casino Resort? Yeah, I think that's what they just had the
The
Jake
MVP
Paul.
show, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I seen that. Honestly, I'll fight wherever. If it makes sense, I'll fight there. I don't care.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah,
that's a
for sure.
nice little spot, man. I think the person whoever's involved there is really gonna let boxing go on there a lot more. They
No, the
got a
show
lot of
looks really
shows.
nice for sure.
Yeah. That was a good show, man. What do you think about Lucas Body, man? I mean, shout out to him.
That was my former teammate too. So
Yep,
yeah, no,
yep.
he's doing his thing, man. He's doing really good, and I'm happy for him, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout
Yeah,
out to Lucas, man.
100%.
But yeah, man, let the people know where they can find you. I'm gonna let you head on out here.
Okay, yeah, you can find me at Eric Basran Boxing, and just yeah, follow me on Instagram. Support. Appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to Eric, man. He'll be at the WBC Grand Prix April 19th. Is your fight date?
April 19th. Yes.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be like a big tournament, guys. And make sure you check him out, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Guys, he's Prince Nazim. And like y'all thought Ben Whitaker was that guy. No, 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 no. It's not bad. It's this
That's
guy
it.
right here, man. He's a slick fighter at that exciting division 130, 135. I think you're 35, right?
Well, this tournament's gonna be 140.
Oh, 140. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bigger now, so it's good,
Okay.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 140. I think 140 is a little bit more competitive than 35. Like
Now it is. Yeah, I feel like
35 is just top heavy, obviously, with the big hitters. And then, but like I think
yeah.
40's deeper for sure.
40's growing, man. It's getting bigger for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, shoot, we just had Ryo lose there. Like Isaac Cruz
Yeah,
still there.
yeah. No, it's gonna
Yeah.
be crazy
Liam
big.
Pyro, Richard Hitchens, Tio still
Exactly.
fighting there.
It's huge, man.
Nah, that's good, man. That's good. 140, I think that's good for you too. Cause if you're feeling out, there's no point in draining
Cause
yourself.
I got like a big frame. Like I'm tall too, so it's like
Yeah.
yeah, so it's good, man.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I'll
100%.
let you rock out, brother.
Appreciate it, brother.
And
Thank you.
I appreciate you for coming on, man. Take your time out your time
100%,
to
bro.
talk to the
Anytime.
people. But yeah,
For
we'll
sure.
definitely catch up, brother.
Sounds good, man.
Yes, sir. That's Eric
Thank you.
Basran. Sorry. Shout out to Eric, man. He was on the Canadian team. Obviously, the dude's coming up. I mean, y'all go check him out on YouTube, man. I'm sure his fights is on YouTube. He's an exciting fighter, man. Definitely on the rise. But let's see what we got here. Some people came in the building. What's good? What's good? We talking boxing tonight because we got a weekend of boxing, but let's talk about this Dana White thing, man. TKO group pay scale was released, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of people were worried about um, Dana White and what he was gonna be paying these boxers and whatnot. I don't think we got to worry because it's not really Dana White probably doing the paying. It's more like Turkey Al Sheik and TKO group. So we got to look at it like, okay, what are they going to be providing? Turkey Al Sheik, as we know, he ain't been, he's not stingy with the pocketbook as of right now. So he's taking that whole equation out of it, and the fighters are fighting the fights because he's putting up the big bag. So I think we got to look at it like, okay, TKO group, they got this great pay scale that was released. I don't know how true it is. The source was never really confirmed. I just saw it lingering around, just like probably most of y'all. But yeah, they said that the unranked fighter gonna be making 20,000 for a 10-rounder. I mean, that's pretty good. You're talking about what, 2,000 a round almost, something like that. I mean, I don't got no issues with that. I think the only thing that I have the issue with the whole TKO group and the UFC and the whole Dana White movement is like, are you going to allow the fighter to still have their brand? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they going to be able to have sponsorships, endorsement deals? And if they do have those, are you going to be taking a percentage because you own their likeness? Like, what is that going to look like? Because as we see in the UFC, they're not allowed to wear different brands of gloves. They're not allowed to wear different shorts. Everything's the same. So they're all under one banner, even sponsorship wise, endorsement wise. Where I feel like in boxing, we look at the boxers as brands. We do. Like, you look at Tank Davis, now you think GTD, you think the knockouts, you think the backflips, the chrome hearts, all that stuff, right? That's Tank Davis. You look at other people, Floyd Mayweather, we think TMT, the money team. Now we got like other ones like Devin Haney Promotions, Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Like all I'm saying is like these fighters all have identities, the big fighters. So are you gonna allow your big fighter to have identities outside of TKO group? Or are they strictly TKO fighters? They gotta wear TKO stuff. They gotta get deals with the company. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the things that I question. Those are the only things I question actually with the TKO group. Other than that, these are good purses. These are good deals. If you are somebody who's unranked or didn't have an amateur background, didn't have a real backing, it's a good start because $20,000. It may not seem like a lot of money per fight. If you have 4 fights, that's $80K in a year. I mean, that's still better than what most boxers are making in a year. Trust me, man. Because I'll tell y'all, man, like a lot of fighters are not even cracking 20,000 a fight. Like some of your favorite fighters, young fighters. But yeah, here's the pay scale that I've seen on Brunch Boxing. Shout out to them. They got a pretty good, reliable channel. They posted up the pay scale the other day. 20,000 for a 10-rounder by an unranked fighter. And this is like their ranking system within the TKO group, not the WBC or anything like that. So if you get into the rankings from number 5 to 10, then you make 50,000, per 10-rounder. If you get up and higher than 3 to 4, you make 125,000. You get up to challenger spot, 375, and if you're the champion, making 750K. I mean, that's pretty good. That's not bad. Like honestly, like 2% of boxers make millions. I think 2% or something like that. It's a real small percentage of fighters that are cracking the mills. Like it's just not like common as y'all think, man. Like it just ain't. So like when y'all hear about, oh man, this guy's pricing himself out and this and that, it's probably a fighter who's extremely popular, has a following. It's not somebody who's just begging for not begging for an opportunity, but somebody that needs an opportunity, you know? So I mean, shout out to all those guys, shout out to TKO group. Um we shouldn't be too concerned about them coming in the game. It's new money. We shouldn't be like they're never gonna isolate boxing to one thing. They can't. I say that to say boxing, if you look at Jake Paul. If you got a money, you got a following, you can come into boxing and do it. Because essentially boxing is about views, numbers, and obviously likeness. Jake Paul is not the most talented fighter, but you check on the Forbes list, he's probably like one of the highest paid boxers probably in this year. And he hasn't even, well, he's going to fight soon. And when he fights, he's probably going to be one of the highest paid boxers of the year. That's because he's got a rabid fan base. He sells tickets, and Netflix is invested in him, and they're going to pay him extremely well because he brings views. It has nothing to do with his talent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, there's always going to be those people. And then on the other end, the top ranks, the match rooms, pro boxes, all those guys, PBCs, they're going to still build talent. They're still going to build talent. So I think if anything, the fans should just be, I don't say worried, but there's going to be a lot of boxing. There's going to be a lot to consume. So we're going to be at a place where it's like, do we want to pay for a pay-per-view from TKO Group and a pay-per-view from PBC and pay-per-view from Matchroom or Turkey Al Sheik all in 1 month? That's what it's really going to come down to. Like, what do we want to spend per month? But I hope with a lot of the boxing moving over to the zone that we don't have to pay a lot of money, that we can just put these cards on the zone for free. That's what I was hoping Turkey Al Sheik was going to do. Set it up for the consumer to want to consume all this boxing, because there's going to be a lot of boxing here in the next couple of years, and it's going to be down to what we want to watch. And it's fine. Some people will never watch Matchroom because they're not interested in UK fights. Some people will never watch PBC because they're not interested in American fights, the UK fans. It's just a matter of what you like at this point. And I think TKO Group, they'll be all right, man. They'll be okay. Shout out to Just Do Boxing, my guy. What's going on, bro? Just two in the building. Shout out to Warlock Boxing. Salute. The sound the horn for these dudes, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. But yeah, let's move on to the next topic. Berlanga. Yo, shout out to Eric Berlanga. He's going his own route, being a free agent. I got no issues with that at all. I just think he gotta understand now that the market ain't gonna be hot like he thought it was, because for real, Eddie Hearns did a lot for Edgar Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? Edgar gotta understand this man made I think he made like 12 million before the Canelo fight. Somewhere in there, he made $12 million. Can y'all tell me the one opponent that Edgar Berlanga fought besides Canelo Alvarez that was dangerous? And he made $12 million. Eddie Hearns set all that up. Yeah, he was selling out the Caribbean Royale. But somebody had to get the money. It was Eddie had to go get the money. It wasn't like Eddie had the money sitting down somewhere. He had to go get it. So Edgar Berlanga, he going to figure out, who's going to get that money for him now. Because I think Eddie Hearn overpaid a bit for him. In the end, probably Eddie Hearn got his investment back through the Canelo fight. Maybe, maybe not. But he got this dude to the Canelo fight. Like it was Eddie Hearn who got him there. I don't think Edgar Berlanga is going to get himself back to the Canelo fight, especially if he has to fight Caleb Plant. Even Maul Charlo might beat him. You know, he's talking about Pacheco. Well, he's not talking about Pacheco, but you know, Pacheco's talking about him. He doesn't want to fight him, Billy. Jaime Munguia, maybe he can beat Jaime Munguia. But it's like, okay, can he even beat these other elite guys to get back to the Canelo fight? I mean, if he can, shout out to him. Shout out to Edgar Berlanga. Like, shoot, I wish to do nothing but, you know what I'm saying? I want to see him do well, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I don't know if you can do all that, Edgar. Get back to that fight, but hey, we'll see, man. We'll see if you can get back there. We'll see. I mean, I'm for it, man. I got no issues with guys betting on themselves. And like Edgar Berlanga has built himself up to where he does sell in New York. He sells in the Hulu Theater. Top Rank learned that. But they dropped him. You know what I'm saying? Top Rank didn't believe in him for whatever reason. Yo, they didn't believe in Edgar Berlanga. Like they were like, nah, bro. I mean, you can still sell, but we just don't think you're gonna go that far. So it's whatever. I'm not too keen on forcing that. You know, Edgar Berlanga is gonna do what he gotta do. I just hope he gets himself a good fight. Obviously, I hope it works out for him so that more guys can go that route and cross over and do it like him. He's got a good manager with him, Keith Conley. He's got a good team, you know, but he got to make it work because now he got to win. You know, that's the thing I always said about Devin Haney. It's like Devin Haney, he gonna have to win all his fights now because he's the villain. Like people are looking at him like, man, you ain't that guy, Devin. You got beat up by Ryan Garcia. And I'm just like, man, what? Like, come on. So Devin got to win every fight too. Y'all on Saturday, y'all got Pro Box this weekend. Shout out to Pro Box. They back, not just Wednesdays. They coming on Saturday now. Sorry about that. They got Lester Martinez and Johnson James. Should be a good fight. Undefeated fighters. Vladimir Hernandez. Sorry, yeah. Is it Vladimir Hernandez? Yeah, I think he's on the undercard to have one of the best knockouts last year, but yo, it's hard to beat Lucas Body's knockout. So shout out to him. It's just Pro Box is always a good match event. So it's not a lot of big names, but high level fights because of the people who are on there. So shout out to Pro Box, man. They always keeping us good. And yo, shout out to the Australian King, George Kambosos Jr. versus Wiley. George Kambosos, man, dude made a career off beating Tio, man. He keep getting good fights. He's a huge draw in Australia. I didn't even like understand it. Like this got to be like his second or third headline out there, and it's sold out, man. Like he just sells out in Australia. Like George Kambosos, another dude who's made something. You know, I ain't gonna say out of nothing because he beat Tio. But shout out to the Aussies, man. Shout out to the Aussies fans. They just keep showing up for him, and they just keep doing the right thing, man. Standing by their boxers. Like that's why I love the UK fans. They don't care if you lose. They stand by their fighters. The Australians are standing by their guy, George Kambosos. He got that joint sold out. Sky Nicholson defending her belt against Tierra Brown. Shanika Johnson's fighting. And somebody else is fighting on there. Jeez, I can't even think right now. But it's an Australian card, mostly Australian talent. Australia, obviously, they've produced some better fighters. Tim Zeus to come to mind, Jay Apataya, and George Kambosos. You know, those guys are leading the way. But there's definitely going to be lots of talk with some other fighters coming out of there, you know? And shout out to Bivol. It sounds like he's probably going to honor his trilogy with Arthur Beterbiev. I hope he does. because the Benavidez fight was obviously ordered. The WBC, is funny how they want to order that fight immediately, but they would not order the Canelo fight with David Benavidez. It's just politics is just nasty work in boxing. You know how it is. So shout out to David Benavidez one for trying to get the fight. I think, yeah, why not try to fight for all the belts? But Bivol is being loyal to Turkey Al-Sheikh, shifting his whole demeanor and everything back to the Riyadh season. And he's probably going to fight Arthur. They're probably going to fight after Ramadan, probably in September, undisputed again. I don't know. Maybe he loads up that Terrence Crawford and Canelo card with these guys on the undercard, man. That'd be bananas. Like, can you imagine Crawford, Canelo, main event, Allegiant Stadium, co-main event, Bivol versus Arthur Beterbiev for all the belts at 175. Bro, that's crazy. That's great. But yeah, man, we just that's all the topics I have for today. Pretty much still trying to deal with my basement, man. That flood sucks. But yeah, we'll be back, man. We'll be back for sure.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Legend Mike Tyson, man, to leave y'all on that. You know what I'm saying, man? Shout out to Mike, man. But yeah, everybody that's celebrating Ramadan right now, salute to y'all, man. Fasting, taking care of yourselves. But can't wait to watch this WBC tournament. Make sure y'all go check out Eric Basran, who's going to be taking part in the tournament. April 19th is his fight day. I'm not sure what number he's going to be on the card, but from the way it sounds, like that whole weekend is going to be WBC Grand Prix. So we should be in for one that weekend for sure, man. That's going to be a good weekend for boxing. So let's watch some young fighters win some fights, and we'll get to see who the big names emerge from there. But make sure y'all smash that like button. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in, and catch me on the next one. Peace.
Yeah. What? Bitch, I will slap you if you don't move this car. Bitch, I'm gonna slap you. Bitch, I'm gonna slap you.